Breaking news! We the people against multi-billion-dollar corporations. The people are winning and the companies are fighting back. This is Haste Podcast, episode about 5, give or take. We're here with Andrew and Nathan. We got a 3-man cast today, a little bit less than normal, but it's because we're talking specifically about stocks and the situations going around with GameStop, AMC, and just the stock market in general today, guys. How are y'all doing?
That was a perfectly executed introduction.
Yeah, maybe we
thank you.
We should just kick out 50% of the crew and just keep us 3, to be honest. If I'm
leave it down in the comments. We're taking ideas. No, but so they don't know too much about the situation, and if you guys are watching, I mean, odds are you do, you don't, I don't know. It's a big story right now, so I'm gonna try to explain as best as I can. So in the stock market, there's this thing called, you can short a stock, right? So basically you can buy a stock and you hope it rises. When you short a stock, you basically are betting on it falling. How this works is you buy a stock, say you buy $100 stock, and if you're shorting it, you're buying it for $100 and instantly selling it for $100. After a certain amount of time, you have to give the stock back. And basically, you're hoping the stock is worth less. So when you give it back, say it's $80. When you give it back, you have to buy it back for $80 and you keep $20 profit. So basically, it's like the opposite of buying a normal stock. You keep the dividends that it lowers by. So there are this thing called hedge fund companies, which are just massive companies that take massive amounts of money and puts it into the market in certain ways where they almost guarantee a profit. They manipulate the economy. They basically guarantee a profit for their people and their company. And what they've done is they put a lot of money specifically into shorting GameStop. People found out that GameStop has more money in shorting it than people owning their own stocks. So basically, yeah.
So the hedge funds are basically like destroying GameStop stocks by betting on them going down.
They're not necessarily destroying it. They reasonably bet on it going down. GameStop isn't a good company. It didn't have much aspiration. There's a good reason to believe it goes down. Because they haven't had anything positive happen in a while. They're filing for bankruptcy.
Definitely on the fall.
Yeah,
it's definitely on the fall
because people buy digital games online, or lots of the stores are just closing down because literally who goes to the malls? Because I feel like a lot of GameStops are in malls and shopping centers that people just don't go to anymore.
Yeah,
Blockbuster, RIP. Do you guys remember? I remember going to Blockbuster when I was 7.
I also remember that, and I honestly didn't think it was that it was weird. Whenever we went to Walmart to go get a movie, I was like, what are you doing? And we almost never even watch the movie. We just be at Walmart and be like, oh, we want to get something. We get a movie and we never even watch it.
We would go there probably once a week. Sometime, and then it was always to get a movie, right? But then I would have to beg my mother to let us rent a game so that I could play whatever game until the next time we have to bring it back.
I would never rent a game, dude. Yeah, that's cock blocking. That's cock punching. That's
Wait,
why?
Because you bad, bro. If I like the game, I'm be
yeah, you like the game, then you have to return it.
Did I ever tell you that when we went to my mom got us library cards as a kid. I've fucking 5 or 6 direct brothers and sisters. Got us all library cards as a kid, and we went and we jammed that bitch out. We got 3 books each. We got games and movies, and they never saw the damn fucking library ever again. What they gonna do? Oh, it's not happening. So we just never saw the day. I think eventually she bagged up most of the stuff. We didn't get all of it. Some of it's probably broken, but most of it, and just return it to them just at their door. You don't go in, but you just give it back to them. I feel like people do that. I feel like some people do that. Y'all don't do that.
I was gonna ask that. What's the difference between getting a movie or a video game at Blockbuster and then just renting it at the library?
Because I feel like the Blockbuster would have to have more of your information. They're less trustworthy. You need their credit card and everything like that. Library, they don't need that much shit at all.
I didn't know you could rent games from the library.
I know you definitely can, but yeah. I never finessed the library like that. But
I remember I was so scared because every once in a while one of my parents would be like, yeah, I think we might have fucked up your credit score. When you get your fucking first credit card, they're gonna be like, you have a negative credit score because of all the library shit you took.
Oh
Okay, let's go on. Let's go on.
Funny. That's
Y'all know it. So to explain shorts enough, you're just betting on the stock going down, and you basically get money if it goes down.
Got it.
I saw a guy on Instagram that explains a bunch of investment stuff, and he made a TikTok about that.
Nice. But basically, in the case that the stock goes up, right, you're betting on it going down. But if it goes up, when you go to rebuy the stock, you have to pay more than what you initially bought it for. So basically, you have to pay the dividend. Like you have to pay the dividend rather than keep the money if it goes up. So what people
Makes
so like
sense.
there's a down. It's like stocks. It's risky as well. It's just kind of the opposite.
Oh, so
But,
these fools lost a lot of money.
we're getting there.
Now.
We're getting there. So
Oh my
so
gosh.
people, there was this Reddit with like a lot of users. I mean, it had 2 million at one point, but it had like several 100,000 when this all started. And they realized that GameStop had like these hedge funds were targeting GameStop like heavy. It was the biggest company they were targeting. They had more money in shorts than normal stocks. So basically, like if they found a way to increase the price, these hedge funds would fucking lose a lot of money, and they'd have to buy their stocks back at a higher price, and the stock would keep going up. So basically, they all just timed it, and they all agreed, let's buy GameStop, let's run these companies to the ground. And they all started buying GameStop. Boom, instant price. When that shit went up from like $4 to like $8, hedge funds panicking. Millions of dollars they're looking at. They just start panicking. And then it kept going up, and it started a spiral of them having to buy back their shorts, that it skyrocketed all the way to 300. I think they estimated I know at least $10 billion was lost overall. The one they were targeting the most was Melvin Capital, because apparently they had a lot, and apparently they're corrupt. Like they're one of the main market manipulators. Like they tried to, and they like went bankrupt. Like they're down billions, like with a B.
So wait, the 10 billion, where's it go to exactly? Like you're saying you get to pay it back if they buy the stock, but like where's it going to?
The people who are driving the prices up, right?
Yeah, like I mean, if you think about it, so I don't know the answer. Let me think. So if you buy stock, and then you instantly sell it. So then you have to buy it back. So it's going to the people who sell the stock. So like when the prices are rising, so people are selling their stocks to secure profit. You have to buy their stocks basically, because you owe them stock.
Okay.
Because you owe stocks. Once your time is out. I don't know if it's like a time thing or if you do it whenever.
Right, I got
but,
you.
Like, it kept going up, and they just start shitting their pants. Like I'm pretty sure someone filed for bankruptcy. Not many, because once this happened, they started fighting back. Like I mean, as you guys know, Robinhood's like closing. Like you can't buy GameStop, you can't buy AMC. Basically, they're targeting the big stock companies to stop to prevent them selling. And their argument is it's so volatile and it's risky. It's like gambling. But basically, they're just trying to save their asses.
Yeah, I saw an Instagram post, or maybe it was Twitter. I don't know. It was a post, but it was the Robinhood account, and they were like the first post was like, let the people trade, and then the second post was like, we're shutting down these companies because it's very risky for it was funny.
I didn't think they was like screwing people under, like they took money away from them. I thought like the stock was just like rising because like a bunch of people wanted to buy it, but it's not only people wanted to buy it, but they screwed over the people who had already had it, that like were betting on it going down,
also causing it to go up even more. That's why it was the perfect storm.
Holy cow!
That's why if they try it with other stocks, like it could work, but like GameStop had an insane amount of shorts because they thought the company would go down. They need to wait for like another company has to have a lot of shorts for them to be. That's why it's called a short squeeze, because you're squeezing profits from the people who shorted a company.
So, did Reddit save GameStop by doing this, or not really?
I mean, their company's value went up a lot. I don't know how much GameStop benefits. I think they do. I think they do benefit a lot.
Yeah, publicity, a little bit of publicity too.
They're not hurting from it. I mean, technically, their company's value went up 100 times fold. So, I guess now it's probably closer to like 50, but technically, yes. So they're not hurting.
Damn.
It's crazy, yo.
Okay, you want to get into DOGE COIN?
Crazy.
Well, I will in a second, but I wanted to see, do y'all think it's wrong for people targeting these hedge fund companies? Like,
no, I think those fools need to get out of here. I
mean, it's hard because I also agree. I feel like those people don't need the money, and it's like good because they're like corrupt and whatever. But at the same time, like the social media move is so strong.
I mean, they're trying to change the rules now just because the ones on top are the people losing now.
Exactly.
It's like extremely corrupt.
That's messed up too.
You see that everywhere. Like they're basically complaining now because like these hedge fund companies have so much money that they can manipulate the economy. Like they don't lose. Like these companies aren't running at a loss. It's not risky for them. Like they have lost days, but they are not losing. But when other people try to see stuff like this happening and get together and put money into one thing as an agreement, it's wrong if they do it because we the people, it's the poor people. We're not poor, but it's like they're the billionaires, so they're the ones losing money.
So, like the company's jobs almost are basically doing what they did. Like they're just influencing other people to like do a certain thing, or like buy a certain stock, or like short a certain stock.
No, they don't influence people to like people pay them money to, and they like guarantee a return. I'm assuming they have an insane amount of money that people fund them.
Okay.
Like people fund them their money.
Another question: does this like
the hedge funds like keep a small portion of the money they're given, as like their profits, and then they'll like do what they'll make smart investments with their people's money.
Okay. Another question: how does this mess with the economy? Like actually, like in terms of like just what they did. I don't know.
Don't know. It adds more of a risk of like it adds a risk of more volatility and randomness aspect to it.
To the economy or to like the stock market? I guess the stock market is the economy.
Yeah, but it doesn't reflect the economy, which is the problem. So yeah, I don't know. It just adds to the stock market adds a random aspect. I haven't seen economic implications yet, other than a few millionaires made.
Okay, other than a few millionaires made.
Some dude put in $50,000 on GameStop options, and he made like 15 mil.
Yeah, I agree. Then I don't see an issue in it. Fuck the rich people. To be honest, like if it's not,
it's definitely about time that somebody like shows these fools that they're not invincible.
Invincible.
Yeah. It's different than like Eat the Rich. Like it's like this is like you get what's coming to you, not we'll tax them for their money. It's like I mean we're using the same strategy against you. It's different.
Yeah, if it's not messing with the economy and not messing with like other people, then hey, I'm all for it.
There's Congress people all over Twitter. Like, there's a lot of Congress people talking about like lawsuits and like this is evil. Like this, they need to be held accountable. It's just bad.
Wait, who needs to be held accountable? The Redditors or the
hedge funds people? Because they're the ones influencing like apps like Robinhood and Webull and stuff to stop selling them. Think about it. That's market manipulation. If people can't buy GameStop and AMC, but they can sell it, it cannot go up. It can't. That's forcing it to go down.
That just doesn't make sense. How's it allowed?
Like if you're not allowed to sell it, then at least it's frozen. But like you're allowed to sell it, so people are gonna sell because they know it's gonna drop, and then panic sell. It drops. It just crashes.
How is that allowed? Now that I think about it more, like how is that even allowed at all?
I don't know.
It shouldn't be, and I'm pretty sure there are gonna be a whole lot of freaking lawsuits.
Oh yeah. It's got a lot coming. I mean, there's probably technicalities that like Robinhood's allowed to do this because they're allowed to cancel whatever things they want. But it's like if multiple companies are doing this and hedge funds are like forcing them to, that's market manipulation. It's illegal.
True.
So, damn. But story time. We talking about Dogecoin?
Let's go.
Talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Andrew, introduce us on what you know about Dogecoin.
What I know about Dogecoin, the meme cryptocurrency. Everyone just talks about that shit. Doesn't go up. Then apparently my boy Peter invested $100 into it. That's about all I know.
He's giving out numbers. He actually shorted me. I had 3 zeros on that, and you're right.
3 zeros.
But I mean, it's been a pretty stagnant coin for a while. Like it have ups and downs based on who's like talking about it. But it's a cryptocurrency that didn't have too much grounding because it was based off of a meme, as the name suggests. But then the Wall Street business guy, which is the Reddit that grouped up, he tweeted about it. It exploded at the same time that people were fighting because they're fighting against because it's harder to regulate. It's a cryptocurrency. There's no like regulations. Like it can be regulated a little bit by the stock apps, but like you can't regulate cryptocurrencies. It's not the U.S. dollar. So it was kind of like a perfect spark for Dogecoin to triple in value today.
That's so crazy. Triple in value.
I mean, we're talking about Dogecoin just because we have some. Well, that's kind of what we're talking about today because that's where we actually have a little bit of money in.
Yeah, is it predicted at all to like become like Bitcoin or anything like that? Like
no.
What's the What's the second highest cryptocurrency?
I don't know. Ethereum. Like, I mean, you can look it up. Like by market cap.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was right. Ethereum. I don't know how to pronounce it, but ETH, and then XRP, Tether, Litecoin.
Can you give us a rundown of what cryptocurrency is?
I don't know. It's like online currency that you have crypto wallets, and basically it's just non-regulated forms of currency. And I mean, a big appeal is like illegal activity because it's not regulated at all. Scamming also uses a lot of cryptocurrency. But it's also a form of investment because it rises and it falls. But the problem with cryptos is it's heavily targeted as a pump and dump, which basically means when somebody with a lot of money and influence, they want to talk about it and then put a lot of money in, they'll start seeing a rise and people get hyped. It continues to rise a little bit, and then they pull everything they have out for a profit, and then everybody else has to suffer with the fall.
Oof.
Small cryptocurrencies are targeted as pump and dumps a lot because they're easy to influence.
Interesting.
But today when it started exploding, like I woke up and it had already jumped like 50% or more, and it started exploding. I was just texting this guy Andrew in class because I had nothing to do today, and we're just talking about this shit because it was kind of crazy watching it go down.
Yeah, like I wasn't into much like stocks at all, and this guy Peter's texting me, and I literally had like the stock app open on my phone. I'm just like sitting there in class, like with my phone open, just sitting on Doge COIN, just watching the number go up and down and up, and it was so funny because I basically had like 1 day or like 0 to none experience in stocks or like cryptocurrency or anything like that, and like watching it, dude, it was just so funny. And then Peter's reaction the whole time, like as he's making money or losing money, is just hilarious.
And I mean, we're technically required to say we're not financial advisors, and in fact we're nothing close. We're not even giving financial advice in the slightest bit because we don't know what you're doing. So.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
It's fun to watch, and it's kind of like the time where we're coming to the age where like stocks we're able to trade them and they become more important. So
yeah,
Nathan over here wants to get into it now.
What do we want to get into?
Oh my god.
Oh,
stocks, cryptocurrency.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Oh, really?
I don't know. If I had like 1 Bitcoin, you know how much those are worth? Like $10,000 or something right now.
Triple that, but I mean.
Yeah, it's like 33,000, I think, right now.
Are you kidding me?
Weird thing to say. If I had 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah, the issue is getting
Tesla
one.
Share.
What about the It's like a Bitcoin buck, like $1 one. That's like less.
You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin.
That's what I'm saying.
But
yeah, there's little ones. There's little ones. They're called. I don't know what they're called.
That's actually weird to me that Nathan's of age to trade and he doesn't trade.
Okay, because I haven't thought about that yet. I'm going to tomorrow.
How much?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say it's weird. It's like, well, you have to put a lot of time into it, and it's not like a guaranteed profit. It's risky, and like, I mean, even if you do get a profit, like, I mean, you're almost playing until you lose if you're not disciplined.
LOL.
I guess, but at the same time, like, I feel like our group of people are like, super well versed in like Excel and like school, and like we love making money, and like we like work and like try to like to excel in like, you know, financially and stuff.
I'd say most of us.
So I thought Nathan would be
There's
like
3 people on this call, Nathan.
Oh yeah, us 3 for sure.
So I thought Nathan would be on that fast or like learning about it or anything, but Nathan actually hasn't started at all. Do you have a plan, Nathan? How much do you want to put into when you start?
I don't know, maybe like 1K.
Yes. Listen, guys.
I mean, the problem with it is like, until you have a large sum of money, like, I mean, it's good to watch and learn and like put in like play with a few dollars or whatever, but unless you put in like a lot of money, you're not making money. Like if you're going to invest in with like $50 total, like what are you gonna do? You have a 200% return and you're still like sitting there with like nothing changing.
Oh, Bitcoin Cash.
I agree. See,
Yeah.
that's not
1 Bitcoin Cash is $410.
400. What? That's not something I wanted. If I got into stocks, it ended up being like, or when I get into stocks, it ended up being like, I'd go for like penny stocks and like close to day trading because you have to have $25,000, which I just found out today, into your account to start day trading, which is like selling and buying and selling the stock on the same day. $25,000 in your account.
Today trade?
Yeah, which is selling and buying on the same day. For like
you could do it 3 times in a week.
Yeah, 3 times in a week. But then it's easier to look for like dips within like the day and sell it whenever it's like a cent up or like a $1 up than it is for like looking at the trend throughout the week. I feel like it's a little bit harder, or even like the month. But like in order to like actually make money like consistently, I think it had to be like weekly trading instead of like holding it long term within like 3 months or like months, especially if it's like
you want to
$10
go for
stocks.
the short term gains.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'd go for.
I think I'm going for more long term because there's like, if you're doing short sales, then there's the tax rates are like much higher than if it's a long term stock.
Not really. Robinhood doesn't have like commission, like taxes or anything to pull out and everything. But nothing's really like, it's not taxed like in the middle. Like when you buy and sell, you're not having to pay a tax when you do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Robinhood does.
That's what's so good about Robinhood, I guess. Like any
That's
other
why
app.
you have so many millions of children.
Except not
day
anymore
trading
because
almost.
they're shutting everything down. Apparently,
Like that's
They
why
are.
that's what I do, because like building off what Peter says, it's like if you're like playing the long term, then like the K you put in there is just sitting in there. It's not like you're actually making money. You know what I mean? Like you can't like, you know what I mean? Like I can't just pull out a K like whenever I want and stuff. Like if I'm consistently like buying and selling, then I'm like making money. I can like take my K out and eventually like just have another K in there, another rack.
I think that rule is like brain dead. It's called PTD, I think, where you can only do it 3 times in a week. They say they want to prevent people, like prevent them from hurting themselves and shit, but it's really just they're really trying to prevent, some of the growth that you would see.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. Like I was looking at some of the graphs today, and I was like, this looks really easy to read within the day. Like you can obviously see like where or like the averages, or like if you're on the same stock multiple times a day, and if it like goes through like instant or within like the 5 minutes that you have, like when it dips, then you can buy it and it'll rise throughout the day like easy, and you can sell it at its peak, and you just consistently keep doing that. I think it's easier than like reading the graph like throughout the week. Plus, I mean, it's a lot of fun buying and selling and watching. To be honest,
I think I would practice because you can like practice selling stocks and watching the trends before you like straight up dump your money on some like trash.
Yeah, you can practice.
I think I might do that.
Wait, practice on what? Is there like a app for that?
There's like fake stock markets so you can practice on.
That's funny.
You're gonna have to pay a little bit, but yeah.
Oh really? Dang.
I mean, it's fun. It is fun.
Listen, guys. By the next couple months, you'll be seeing us 3 like exploding online, saying we're the best Wall Street billionaires there are.
And then you'll hear about us. We lost $200.
No, we hate the billionaires. Okay, we're the good billionaires.
We hate the billionaires until we're the billionaires.
Yeah,
we're the wolves of Wall. We're the wolves. We're the pack of Wall Street.
Seriously, I see a lot of things forming here. Okay, actually though, I'm actually really excited to start and like learn and stuff. But like, I guess it's like last on my list. There's like a lot of other things before that, I guess, that need to come.
Maybe when Andrew starts trading, that's when we can start together trading.
I already started, Nathan.
Andrew, what the freak?
Nathan, get it together.
I got him onto it. I said $100 profit. I'm up $200 on DOGE COIN, and he's like, fuck.
Did you sell?
Yeah, I pulled out. Robin,
So you made 200?
I made 100 profit. I have 200.
Oh.
Like I put in 100 and pulled out 2, give or take. Like I'm up
fire.
Like 115 or something. But Robinhood is so hard. Like I mean, we're awful at this. Like we're brand new to it, so I still don't understand. Like when you sell something, like it takes a while to go through. So I don't know what price it's gonna sell at. So like crypto, especially, is so volatile. Like you sell it 1 minute, and the next minute it's worth 10% less. So there you lose a lot of money.
A lot of money.
You're saying like, okay, I'm gonna sell it now, and then like while you're selling it, it goes down.
Yeah, like it's processing.
Yes, it processes.
Jeez.
But it doesn't take like, it was so weird. I mean, my scenario was just weird. I sold it at one point. It was at like 25. Well, I'm just gonna give like hard numbers to make it easier to understand. But I sold it at one point. It was at 25. And then when it went through, it was at 15, which is like a huge difference, obviously. But it ended up selling it at 19. So it ended up selling it somewhere in the middle. So like it took a while to confirm and then go through, but it didn't take the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah. I think the funniest thing was when Peter was texting me today, and I like I said, I have little to no experience, And he was like, do I pull out now? Like, my friend already just pulled out. And I'm like, no. He's playing scared money. You know what I mean? Like, the trend was still going up, okay? And he was like, do I pull out now? Like, play it safe? I was like, hell to the no, son. And so it kept rising. And then I was like, I think you pull out if it gets to, like, 3 or 30 or whatever. And then Peter was like, I think so too. And it's funny because we were like confirming each other's like assumptions, but we literally know nothing about the market.
I was thinking 3 though. I'm like, it's exploding past 2, but I'm like, I can't see this going to like double digits or anything. So I'll play it safe and hit 3. And then it's going. It's like 2.6, 2.7. And I'm like sending him screenshots. I'm like, let's go. I'm like 2.6. I'm like, it hit 2.5. I'm like 2.7. And then I text him back. I'm like, it crashed.
Yeah.
It went from 2.6 to 2 like in that one like update, like one like 30-second spam. Like I opened my app again and it dropped 0.06, which at the time is what 20% of its fucking price.
Evidently, everybody was trying to get to that 3 mark.
Yeah, and then he pulled out.
They pulled out before the 3 mark.
Yeah, this guy pulled out, and then basically throughout the day it just went back up. Like now it's at a steady 2.4. So basically we made a mistake.
This is the Doge coin.
Yes,
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
This is funny.
How much are they right now?
Like 2.4, I think. But it's basically.
So I could have made more if I just stayed in it today and pulled out. Like if I pulled out right now, I would have profited another probably like $40.
But also like something like special to the Peter situation was that like he had already invested in it before, like before all the hype, or not before the hype, but like before they were saying it on Reddit or whatever, and a bunch of people started buying it and started like rising. So he was already just like sitting there for the long term, and then like it like randomly went up. So like no matter like where he pulled, he basically benefited. But like say if I would have went in like knowing that it was gonna go up today,
like if you went in when it started skyrocketing,
yeah, then like I would have probably pulled out at 2, like right when it hit 2, just because that's like that was my intention. Like I knew it was rising up, so I didn't want to like bite too much that I could chew. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
especially with these weird delays and not knowing what that was happening.
Exactly.
So if you pull out when it starts going down, it could take forever. And they have think about it, they have so many like sales coming in that they have to confirm that it's like they're like telling them like, oh, we have to drop. There's like the stock's going down, more sales coming through and everything. But like your sales take forever to confirm, so it's like you're gonna be at the bottom of the damn slope.
Exactly. So I think Peter made the right call, but hey, that's easy money.
God, so much money. We're talking about so much money here, like life-changing numbers.
Who decides how much the stocks are sold for?
I don't know. One of our friends, Ross, he said there's like large accounts of this stuff that like runs through numbers, but I couldn't tell you. Doesn't matter, honestly. It doesn't matter.
Evidently, I need to do research.
Supply and demand.
All of us, I guess.
Supply and demand's a thing, like what the company's putting out. Or
we're gonna get good. We're gonna find who makes good choices, and we're gonna find how to make our own choices.
So, like GameStop, they were on Reddit like, all right, Dogecoin's next, and then they all just started buying this stuff, or what happened?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, Dogecoin. Yeah, I mean the main guy, right? The Wall Street Bets is the Reddit that had the several 100,000 members, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Their main guy on Twitter tweeted he was tweeting like he's like so what about Dogecoin? He's like, so what's up with Dogecoin? Is that shit good? And then that kind of sparked it. Like that happened at like midnight. Like I was asleep and I woke up and it had like 80% increase from that, and then it just kept going up. So once it gets hyped, Twitter just explodes. Like it doesn't stop. Dogecoin it's a meme too. They love promoting it. Like it's easy to promote. And big influencers like celebrities like Elon Musk has tweeted about it.
So is it like it's like a small currency, I guess?
Yeah, it's not tiny. It's top 20, I think. It's top 20 crypto. So it's not tiny, but it's not one of like the big
compared to like Bitcoin, it's still like essentially nothing.
Yeah, Bitcoin has like a market cap of like 200 billion or something.
Jeez.
Oh my.
And
God.
I think I'm actually curious to look this up, but I mean Dogecoin's not top 10, but I think it's top 20 now.
See, that's crazy because if you think about the amount of people who have invested into Dogecoin, like if it got to like the dollar, which is like basically almost impossible, it'd be like the biggest thing in like our lifetime. Because it's like right now it's at 0.024, which is like 2.5 cents.
Yeah, 2 cents. Yeah.
So imagine it getting to $1. It's just like, but think how much money anyone who's invested into it would make. Like,
so it's 2 cents per stock. But how many does Peter have?
I mean, I had like 10,000. which is a big number. But I basically bought it like right below 1 cent.
Gosh.
So I spent $100, and they basically gave me 10,000. That's about when I bought it. I wanted to buy it earlier, but I had to set up my my Robinhood account.
Yeah, like we're just getting of age to like start doing this, and I could see it being a lot of fun and being the talk for a little bit, son. Holy.
Okay, Bitcoin is below Tesla and Amazon, but above Facebook and market cap. Facebook.
It
It has a market cap of 780 billion from
I
this
think
post in January 8th.
the big social medias have been dropping though.
Have they?
After after everyone banned Trump, they started losing value.
Oh,
They did a little bit, nothing major,
Yeah.
but yes.
I was thinking pandemic. People are on that shit, but
Yeah, no, tech companies exploded last year. If you invested in tech 2020, you cannot have a red year. Like,
Yeah,
you can
like-
make money.
imagine if we would have been of age like last year. That would have been so different. That would have just been
Yeah.
insane. Like,
Also, the stimulus checks were hitting for a lot of those Redditors, too. It's really funny. Like, a lot of them spent just $600. Just their stimulus check, they just put it into GameStop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cases of
Jeez.
people turning 600. I mean, if you multiply that by, like, close to 100, they're making, like, 40, 50,000.
What is going on today, yo? We need to get on that. We're getting there.
Yeah, let's go buy GameStop right now. It's only at, like, 250.
Yeah, does anyone have any closing things to say?
Yeah, what's up? Let's stop talking about it, Nathan. Close this out.
I would have to think about that first.
Just close this out. Nathan, do the outro.
I struggle at these.
I know. That's why I want to hear you do it.
I wish I could see his face.
Let's see. I need like a list of things that have to be said.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This
We're
guy.
gonna say
We love you.
that's one.
We're not financial experts or advisors. We're
That's two.
dumb. We like
We're
to tell
dumb.
the story because it's funny news. And I
Funny
mean,
news.
Might as well get into it
And
now.
we'll see you next time on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.